What's up, guys? I hope everybody had a great Christmas, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, still wish you guys had a great time with your family and you didn't have to deal with too many stressful family members. And if you did, just rest assured that we all have stressful family members we all got to deal with. So anyways, today we are talking about a very special watch to me. This is the Citizen Hyper Aqualand. I don't know the model number off the top of my head. I'll put that on the screen after I do some more research. But yeah, before we even get into it, let's do a quick wrist check. I'm currently rocking a Timex. This is the Timex Atlantis. It's a little simple, cheap watch, nothing too crazy about it. I absolutely love it. I've done a review on it, so go check it out. I actually might do an updated review here shortly. But going back to the Citizen, so let's do a 360. So here's the front. Now I think I might actually have, ooh, there's some smudges on the back. Let me go ahead and clear that. I need to get some microfiber towels is what I really need. So anyways, back to the 360. I think I might actually have one of the nicest condition Citizen Hyper Aqualands in the country. Because the person I bought it from, I think he wore it maybe once and then just didn't really do anything with it, put it back in the box. And that was that. I mean, when I received it, it still had the plastic, the protective plastic cover on the back. So that was a pleasant surprise. But yeah, so just a little backstory. I think I've been looking for this watch for 10 years. So I'm going to consider this my grail watch. Not because it was expensive, because it really wasn't too expensive. Just a grail watch because until recently, I had no idea what this watch was called. So the story is, when I first joined the Navy and I was a fresh, young, new submariner, there was a guy on my boat who had this watch. But because I was so new and he was so senior, I didn't really want to talk to him. And every time, I'd see him in passing, I'd see this watch on his wrist, and it always caught my eye. But I never built up the courage to talk to him about it because it was just, such a stupid topic. And so unfortunately, 7 years go by. I kind of forget about the watch. And then when I'm on shore duty, I meet another guy who has this watch. And fortunately, we're cool, so we talk about it, and I finally get all the information I need to look it up online. And lo and behold, it's discontinued and not readily available anymore. So I kind of give up on it, but I figured, this Christmas I'll treat myself to my grail watch. So I started looking for it on Facebook Marketplace, and this guy had it. I bought it from him for $225, brand spanking new. I honestly think that was the best deal anyone could possibly find for a Citizen Hyper Aqualand, because you're either buying them at the same price in just horrible condition, or like this condition but way more expensive. So I think that was just a stroke of luck for me. So this isn't really going to be a review, it's just me showing off my Christmas present to myself. I think that the high quality luxury digital watch is kind of underappreciated in today's market, and I really wish they brought it back. I think that G-Shock is kind of bringing it back with their stainless steel square watches, and Nixon with their stainless steel Regulus, which you should check that out too. It's a fantastic watch. But it's just a sad day when digital watches are synonymous with cheap and plastic. I think there's a lot of people that really would appreciate an all-metal digital watch. Case in point, as I showed you earlier, this Timex Atlantis, back in the day, back in the 80s and early 90s, this was an all-metal watch. And, it wasn't super expensive, but it was quality. And I think companies should really look into that. I believe that if they started producing digital watches that were all metal and not necessarily super expensive or luxurious like Rolexes or Breitlings or whatever, but something like this, a mid-range price, couple $100, I think that would go a really long way. So yeah, those are just my 2 cents. This is kind of a different video from what I normally do. Normally I give you a review. This is really just a show and tell. I'm just super excited because 10 years is a long time to be wanting after something. Actually, for me, it was really lusting. And unfortunately, this watch kind of sucks. It's really not a practical watch unless all you need it for is to tell you the time during daylight. So we'll do a quick little overview of it. So you've got your, let me see if I can zoom in here. Alright, so you've got your mode button right here. So mode, light, set, and time. So time, you can shift through two modes, which is time mode and temperature mode. But we'll go through the first modes here. So you hit that once, takes you to your log mode, which is where you can log, I believe, over 30, or not over, you can log 30 different dives. So basically just how long you were under and whatnot. And then now you're in your alarm screen, and then now you're back to your time screen. And then hitting time mode right here will shift between either time mode, which shows you the time, or temperature mode, which shows you the time and the temperature. Which, I mean, that's kind of dumb to me. Like, why doesn't it just show temperature all the, like, why is this a separate mode? You know, it literally nothing changes except that. But whatever, they might have their reasons. And let me go ahead and show you the light, or the illumination. And quick disclaimer before you get disappointed, illumination on this is horrible. It is the absolute worst illumination on a digital watch I've ever seen. And I'm talking worse than the G-Shock 1 LED bullshit watches. So here, let me turn off the lights real quick. Alright. Let me go ahead and find this watch first. Okay, so here, let me turn on. There it is. I don't even think you can. That is. Oh, you can kind of see better here. So I'm holding it at an angle. So at an angle, you can kind of see it. But dead on, this is what it looks like normally. If you were to hold your wrist at some weird angle, sure, you'd see a little bit more. This is what it looks like in real life. And it's absolutely horrible. Let me go and turn the lights back on real quick. Yeah, trying to do anything in the dark and telling the time is impossible. Like, you have to stop everything that you're doing and focus your attention to this watch when you hit the light button, and bring the watch close to your face so you can even try to look at the time. So that was a really big disappointment for me, considering how much I put this watch on a pedestal. Like, you have no idea. I would not fantasize about this watch, but whenever I look for watches to buy, this would always be the one in the back of my mind. So, yeah, it was just a real big disappointment. Either way, though, I'm still super stoked and happy that I have it, that I'm a proud owner of it, because I think I might fill the halls of digital watch history one day. Another cool little thing is, I want to say that this is an electrode right here that shorts out whenever it's submerged in water, or whenever any kind of water hits it. So whenever water touches it, a little animation will play right here where it says time, and it shows this little dot matrix scuba diver swimming through the water. So kind of cool, kind of reminiscent of the old G-Shock animations, if you remember those. But yeah, gosh, just look at that though. It is real slick. That all metal case, how you can see that brushed steel, and then the little gold accents around the bezel. The bezel doesn't turn at all, and then the buttons are gold as well. And this right here is the pressure sensor, I believe. Yeah. It's an absolutely beautiful watch. One thing that makes it look even better is when it is well worn. So you can see some scuffing on the brushed steel. It kind of develops maybe like a patina, and it looks so cool. So just give me some time. I'll wear it for the next couple of years, and I don't know. I don't think I'm going to intentionally try and rough it up though. I really want to keep it in the condition that it's in right now. But yeah. I'm sorry that this isn't really a review. I'll be putting out another review here shortly. I was just super excited to get this, and I wanted to show it off with you guys. But just a preview, my next review is most likely going to be the newest version of the Timex command. So for my subscribers, go ahead and check it out. And if this is your first time to the channel, please subscribe. It really means a lot to me. I love watching my subscriber numbers go up. It really makes my day. So anyways, yeah, for real now, my next video will probably be in 2020. So I hope everybody has a great New Year's Eve, and everybody has a great New Year's, and only good things will happen next year. Alright, thanks for watching, and tune in for my next episode. Alright, bye.